Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. This is the spring update and our new connections, right? Because we're now allowing freight demands to be, kind of moving through trains in any way, shape or form. It does feel like we're maybe losing a little bit of momentum in some of these. So we may have to better manage how our freight is moving around. How many people on this line? Yeah, pretty busy. I've also noticed that if we have a quick look at our line speeds, most of our line speed is at 120, but that's pretty poor. And having a look at some of the locomotives that goes 160 or 180, we'll never actually be able to achieve that on our existing lines. So we will have to upgrade to high-speed lines in the not-too-distant future if we wanted to speed things up. In between episodes, I've taken the liberty to expand the Fort Worth a little bit, the station a little bit, and I think it looks pretty nice. So I didn't want to bore you with the time, but basically we had only the one here, the one platform there, and we only had the one over there, and they kind of ran through that. So now I've expanded it so the capacity is a fair bit more. I've also added a few more roads around here. What I want to do now, I want to put a passenger line in place between Dallas and Fort Worth over here. I think that would be pretty useful to kind of up both of their games a little bit. And I thought I'd expand our line over here to Vancouver. And at the same time, I thought what would be quite useful is if we go ahead, grab a building such as this. And I think what we need to do is the four. No, just the one then. We'll make it a little quicker, and do we do the long one? Let's see, what can we do here somewhere? I was kind of thinking something like this. I believe that should work. If we do something like this, I think it'll be all good here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that one in there. I'm going to go ahead and configure it, add some nice tracks to it. We're not going high-speed track just yet. It's pretty pricey. So we will do that in the not-too-distant future. And yeah, so I think this kind of setup, I kind of like for the cargo stations along along a line, because this allows through movement pretty quickly through here. Plus, anybody can kind of stop and pick up some stuff. So there we go. That's kind of what we'll do. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of a connection through there. I'm assuming that'll pick up. Yeah, that'll pick up. So that's awesome. So now that'll work. That means we can do slightly different things with regards to what's happening over here. But anyway, we'll have a look at that once we're able to find our way. I'd like to keep that pretty straight. Do we run it pretty straight from this side instead? If we do that, yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Is that it? Is that appropriate? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so with that in mind, I would like to do a little something like that, get the quicker bridge structure in place, and we'll do that. Yeah, I think that's going to be all good. It's just a very minor kink in the line. Well, very minor turn there. So this should be all good running through here. There we go. So that should be all connected, no problems. This one will be a little awkward, so we may have to see what we can do there. To be honest, I don't mind that too much. What I will do though is make sure to get our crossover. What? Too much slope. Now we'll have to double check that with the crossover there. I want to get that line in, and then I do want to start looking at come on. We can't be having issues with it, really? Is it really going to be this bad? We do it a little bit further down. Why? Any slope whatsoever seems to be problematic on this. Doesn't want to do any slope whatsoever. Let's yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be any better at this. We do something like that. Is that crap? Really? It doesn't want to do anything. Okay. No slope is what it wants, right? So let's just fix it up over here where there's absolutely no slope. Even here it's saying too much slope. No. Pause the game. Gonna sort this out. Okay. Try this one more time. Get this vehicle out of the way here. Pause the game. Let's run the track first. Okay, so let's see about that. So if we run the track first, there we go. It is a little awkward, but let's get the track sorted out first. So now from here, I would like us to, yeah, something like that's going to be okay. And then from here, we'll do the switch. That's going to be fine. And I'm kind of tempted to just run. I'm not sure. Maybe bridge it. Let's see if I trim that back a little bit more. Yeah, this is quite problematic though. Let's see. Can we? Wow. If we go down, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, there we go. That kind of fixed the problem. It's a little crazy, to be honest. But anyway, that kind of fixed the problem over here. That's not too bad. Then we can extend it on to Vancouver over here, because I think what I want to do is make sure that wow, look at how much is going on at Vancouver. It's pretty big already. Now my view of what we should be doing here is try and get the station in here and extend and have the other side over here. So let's have a quick look at building a station in here. So let's start with this one. I'll shorten it a little bit. Let's see if we do. That's not too bad, to be honest. So let's get rid of that. We'll get our station building in here. We'll twist it a little bit to get something slightly more interesting there. Something like, say, there. Actually, taking out that building to get it a little closer. It's not the end of the world. We'll do that. That's going to be our passenger station. And what we'll also do is we'll give ourselves a little bit of a road connection to tie in over there. There we go. So now we'll immediately have some accessibility to the station. Could see about squeezing some stuff through there, but that's okay. At the same time, we will do, I think we'll have to redo some of this stuff a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try, we'll do that. We'll keep that in mind. And then let's just get a little bit of a urbanized road. Right at the back there. I think that's okay. So if we try and run that one, and then we'll demolish this, we could extend it a little bit like this and give it a bit of a... Yeah, I think that's probably okay. Now over here, then we do the extra station, which will be the freight station. So let's see about that. It's a little long. Because we just want to make sure that we are doing a little something like this, I think. There we go. So let's do that. We will go ahead and configure it, add some tracks to the mix here. Let's see what we can do on this side to make it a little bit more interesting. So that's the one. The other one over here, we will again, of course, grab some additional tracks through there. And a platform. And we'll do another round of tracks so that we can at least run through trains here as well, potentially. We'll do that. Okay, let's leave it there. And let's finish off the track section here. So for through trains, well, that would basically mean we need everybody to be able to go everywhere, really. So if we do that, and we'll have to fix what we'll do with the through trains in the future. We'll do this, and we'll do that. And what I'm a little worried about is that we're not actually allowing a switch over from the one to the other side. So if we do, say, this and that, that's okay. So that'll allow us to... Yeah, that'll allow us to go in this way and then, well, out. Which way? Yeah, I'm not sure we need all of that. But anyway, we'll leave that be as is. We need to provide some form of connection across here because there's a road here that's not going to continue to work if we do that. And now all I want to do is make sure that we kind of run our track where it'll have to run in between there, really. Or we can tunnel it through there at an enormous cost, which is not that bad, to be honest. It's not that bad. So let's tunnel it through there. That actually works really well. Okay, there we go. We'll tunnel it through there. Yeah, I think it is about right for us to start tunneling things a little bit more, just to make sure that we are going pretty direct for the most part. Yeah, so we've got a nice long tunnel through there. And then we need to just tie that in over here somewhere. Perfect. And running that back this way. Fair bit of a cut that we're doing there, and just tie it in over there. Now, there we go. Now we've got a pretty decent little section. What I will do is tie this in like so. And hopefully this will work. Beautiful. That works. Okay, awesome. There we go. Now that is all good. One more thing that we need to do is just make sure, and this we can kind of ultimately shoot it out over this way or extend it through here. We'll see. I'd rather run, if we're going to go this way, we run it like that and hug that component there. And we'll see about getting this one back in there anyway. Okay, so if in the meantime, I don't think we need to kind of bridge this or anything. So shall we just try and get that through here? I'm not sure that's going to work. Yeah, none of these things actually seems to want to... Collisions of all kinds of collisions. Can we... if we go just straight through there, oh yeah, I think that's actually pretty cool. I like that. So what we'll do is we'll just tie those in on that side. Do a little something like this. Tie it down there. Excellent. And what we'll do is we will demolish this a little bit and tie it in over here. So give me my rural kind of roads, and we'll give it a bit of a churn. And tie it in there. There we go. So that's pretty good for us, I think. Okay, so now we've got that connection all the way through. We will need to provide a little bit of signaling. So, and before we get too carried away with some of these things, let's can we do... We could... Not too sure how we should be doing this. What's the right way of tying these things in to make sense here? Look, for the time being, we don't need it. We'll just leave it there. And what we'll do is we'll create a bit of a switch right here, and that should do the trick. Now, give me the signals. That one's in, that one's out. This way, that way. This way, that way. Probably in the middle here somewhere. Okay. Out there. Out there. Over there. Ooh. Definitely there and there. Definitely there and there. And are we allowing switch? We need a switch. Let's just get a switch right here. Just in case we need it. Not sure we necessarily will, but just in case, yeah, we definitely will need that switch. And then from there, it's all good. Okay, get me that line. Let's add that line to the mix. That line is going to run all the way from Vancouver into Fort Worth. At Fort Worth, it will... no, at Fort Worth, I would prefer you go into that one. With some flexibility into this one. That's all good. And then from here, we go up all the way to Dallas. And here you can kind of do wherever there's a slot available for you. And then you come back and you could go all the way back here and drop in at Fort Worth again, where you would now be at the third one, but you could potentially do a couple of them. That's okay. And then you go all the way back to Vancouver, where you can do both of those. Okay, so we do have a little section here between that's not quite working, but that's okay. So this line is going to be Dallas to Fort Worth to Vancouver. There we go. We can have a quick look at why this guy is not allowing it to go. So if it goes there, it can't effectively select that. So this is a double slip, but it's not going to get it onto that side. There's nothing that'll get it there, is it? There really is nothing that'll get it there. So if we wanted to, we would need to do something like this. I'm not sure that's even feasible. Or we would need to... Wow. Yeah, we don't have anything to get it onto that one. Okay, well, let's not worry about that too much. If I grab my Dallas Fort Worth van line, and if you get to Dallas, you'll just have to do 2. That's the only one, and you can't do 1, and then that'll work. And the other guys, yeah, this is going to get a little iffy here, I think, unless we add an extra line here. I think we may be fortunate enough to be in a position where we can go ahead and do that. And what we'll do is we will basically tie it off over there. So that's what we're going to do. And it'll run back through there, through the double slip. Okay, so I think if I go back to this line, at Dallas, I would like you to please do line number 3. And then, yeah, that's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. Oh, good. Okay, now I can put a train on there. Obviously, nothing is running quicker than 120, so we may as well just keep doing these guys for the time being. Is there a diesel train that does 120 at a pretty reasonable pace? Or this guy 130? That's too quick. These too slow. So this big boy could do the trick, but I think it's not really worth it, is it? I'd rather just go again with this guy, and then what kind of coloring are we going to run here? Let's run something like that. Do that. That's not too bad. If we go to passengers, these New Mexico lines is going to be all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So something like that. And we will go for 2 of them. And these 2 are going to be assigned to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Van. So there they go. So it'll be up to Dallas first, I believe. Unless we do a little piece of track in here to get it to come around. I think I'm going to do that. As soon as this guy's there, what I'll do is a little piece of slow moving track. And of course, you're going to need to do this instead. So we'll do a little piece of slow moving track like so to see about getting you. Can I, if I do, where can I send you somewhere? I want to set line, reverse, send to depot. I can't actually send it anywhere. If I do this, it just turns the train around completely. So that's really useless. It's not really doing anything. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to get it up here. Oh, actually, that was the wrong one. Now it's going to go to Fort Worth. It will run through here. Let's double slip it so it can get onto that side. This thing, I would like to redo that just for the future. And it'll need to go into this one here. Here we go. So there we go. So now that one should be hopping back the other way, getting through the double slip there. Beautiful. Okay, so that should work fairly well. These 2, all good. All good. Okay. That'll all work, I think. Okay, awesome. That gives us a little bit of flexibility there. I can actually tie it in on that side too, but it doesn't really matter. This guy is getting in there. Anybody going to that line? Just the one? Yeah, this one works better with the blues. Okay, but now that means these should work a fair bit better. We will now have a better connection of stuff through here. No, where are you going? Okay. Well, okay, that's okay. It's not the end of the world that you're doing that. So one of the things that I thought we need to do, what is that? Iron ore mine is going to be abandoned. Not going to worry about that too much. So this guy is slotting in. Now, one of the things that I thought we could work on is this connection through here. So we could potentially take that line, extend it, waiting for a free path. Let's just have a quick look. What is this this line saying? At New Haven, it can go anywhere. Here, I wouldn't mind it going anywhere either. Okay, so that's all good. That should help it work out a little bit. Now, what I'm thinking is it needs to run in here. It can pick up all of this stuff and run it straight, so it doesn't have to stop over here. And then we can just run this, and it'll be a fair bit better. So then this entire station is no longer going to be used for these guys, which we're currently probably losing at this place. So maybe we should have a look at that. This guy is dropping off and continuing along its journey. Okay, what do we have now? Ooh, some new trucks. I thought we need to be at about time where we're going to do that. We could extend that, but I'm not going to do it just yet. What I'm instead going to do is I'm finally going to build the airport. So let's upgrade a few of these roads and get our first airport going. So with that upgraded, oh, actually, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Give me that upgrade there. That's all good. That's okay. The rest we can live with. So many trains coming in here. New Haven to Fort Worth. Yeah, runs almost nothing at this stage. Yeah, a little slow through there, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, now, airport. So, what can we do? Cargo airport, cargo airfield, passenger airport is what I'm after, passenger airfield. So if we do passenger airport, right, that's a pretty large building. So if we move that around a little bit, yeah, that flight path is not ideal. So at very least, I'm thinking our flight path needs to be a little something like this. I think that is about right. That should provide us. That should be okay. So let's do that. Okay, I'm going to pause it. So if we want to take it out, we can recover a fair bit. So if we configure, what can we grab here? So we can't actually put an extra runway in place here, right? We can do this stuff. At the moment it's there. We can put it on the other side, and we can add more buildings to the mix. But that's that's about it. I think that's a pretty decent airport slot there. So what we do need to do is provide ourselves with an awesome little. And what I'm kind of thinking is, can I? Well, what I'll need to do is I would need to get us a bit of a road connection out there. Then what we'll and I want to run it straight through. On the edge of this as well. So if I'm going to do that and curl it in there. What I want to do now is see if I can upgrade this section. Construction is not possible. Well, for the time being, we'll just live with that as is. Now, I wouldn't mind adding a few buildings here. So I would like 2 platforms left, 2 platforms right, and actually this one, 2 platforms left, 2 platforms right. I would like to electrify it and include tram tracks so we're ready to go in the future. And I would like it right there. There we go. So now we've got a pretty decent passenger station here. We'll do cargo potentially in the future towards the other side, I think. Yeah, I think that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's all part of the same thing. So we'll see. I may actually in the future have to deal with this a fair bit more. This road here, I definitely want this road to be locked. No doing anything on this road. It's my road to be doing stuff with. We'll fix this in the future, I think. Okay, now what we will do is see our existing lines for New Haven Local. So New Haven Local, before it goes here, and Davis Street is a little bit awkward to say the least. So what I'm thinking is we need to build a few more bits and pieces. So I'm thinking something over there. And what we'll do is stop on each side, right? And then we'll run stuff in here. So we'll basically run them up and down that direction. So give me that line again. And so before you get to Davis Street, so from New Haven transfer, you will please go here. Then you'll go to New Haven Central. Then you'll go back to Valley Street, because I think from Valley Street, and then you'll pop up over this direction. I think that's going to be awesome, and we'll add a few more things here. What I would be interested in is seeing if they can walk it from there. So from this, right? Yeah, you can actually walk it from there. So we will have a pretty direct connection between these two going forward. So let's have a quick look about potentially doing a bit of an upgrade on this line. So manage the vehicles on this line. There's a lot of vehicles on it. Let's do a bit of a replacement of passenger vehicles. We'll go with the fishbowl variety. We'll go ahead and replace them. So some brand new buses on the line there. Excellent. So that's good. So now we've got our airport all set up. We just don't have anywhere for people to be flying to. But I do want us to potentially start setting something up. Maybe actually, we're almost at the end. So I think on the other side, we could do Lancaster. If we build something out at the back of Lancaster here, yeah, let's do that. Let's build ourselves at least an extra airport. All the way out here somewhere. Yeah, I like that. I like this. This is good. This is good. Pop one into Lancaster over there and grab me some streets. Just do this bit of a straight section through there. Oops. We'll probably tie it in all the way that way. We'll bring it in up here. Could run something a little bit further, but that seems to be okay. So we'll do a little bit of this. What we will also do is we will provide ourselves a fancy electrified tram, to be honest, is what we need. We'll do that. Our fancy setup over here. From there, we will need to provide a local line, and then we'll start flying some planes through there. I think that's going to be all good. So let's see about getting a few things in here. So what we'll do is we'll run a couple of stations over this way, and we'll run a couple of stations out that way. And that should be good. We'll also, of course, need, you know what? We could run here, our very first tram. So let's do that. Let's actually get ourselves a bit of a tram depot right over there. Then we'll need to get our streets electrified tram stuff going on here. Awesome. There we go, right? I think that's all good. Yeah, I think that's all good. So that should allow us a little bit of a tram loop there, which I'm not too bad, not too bad. So let's get a line going. It'll start over here. It'll go down that way, that way, that way, and that way. Go back. This will be the Lancaster local, LAN local. Perfect. And over here, we will buy ourselves some fancy 35, 45, 50. Takes about 18. So what we'll do is we'll run some streetcars through here. About 4 of them should do the trick, and we will go ahead and assign them to LAN local. So I believe there they go. So LAN local is running. So now we've got a bit of a local tram network running over here, and then we can actually run a flight from the one side to the other side. And I'm hoping that flight will be pretty reasonable in terms of what it's going to achieve. Still, our office has not been improved. Now let's get a flight going. So from here to Lancaster. So that is going to be New Haven, Lancaster Air. Okay, that's the one. And we will pop 2 planes on it, I think. Let's grab some planes, buy some vehicles. Okay, what are we running? I am a big fan of the Lockheed, for passengers, the Lockheed Super Constellation. That's an awesome plane, right? The Havilland Comet B4 is better, but I do like these. Yeah, I'm going to go with these, and I'm going to go with 2 of them. And we're going to assign them to our air route. Here we go. Our very first flight. That is awesome. I wonder if we can turn that one around. Oh, look at this guy. They are absolutely awesome. Oh, they're beautiful. So we'll see if we're going to get a bit of demand to be flying out that way to New Haven, between New Haven and Lancaster. Ultimately, we'll get the rail to get there, but this flight will get us there a little quicker. Oh, this guy's, oh, that's beautiful. I think that's awesome. So it's going to turn around, going to land again. Excellent. Now, the question that I had here was, do we get this guy to do a little bit better? Yeah. So okay. So what is this guy doing? Let's have a quick look at this guy. So this guy is just running, manage this line. It's just running between Fort Worth and New Haven. And what is it actually carrying? So it carries, okay. So it carries basically planks to New Haven, and it carries fuel to, and it carries fuel here to Fort Worth. It could also bring in goods if we change that up a little bit. So let's get it to go. Let's get it to drop off stuff directly. What is going on here? Are we Are we fully utilized on this? No, we're not. So are we moving enough of this? There's a ton of this stuff that's not actually getting transferred. So we need this local cargo to up itself a little bit. So let's go here and let's do the replacement and use the very newest ones. These guys. I'll give us a little bit more capacity. So let's do that. Hopefully they'll move a little bit more through there now. Now back to this guy. I would like to manage the line and just from Fort Worth. It's the wrong way around now. Can we move these things around? I don't know. Let's add a station. From Fort Worth, it needs to pop in over here. And it can really do Fort Worth Annex. You can do either one. It's not really the end of the world which one it takes. And then from Fort Worth Annex, it goes straight back to New Haven. Yeah, because there's nothing, it doesn't need to drop this stuff off over here. Okay, that's all good. Right? So that's all good. Now that we've made that change, let's have a quick look at managing the vehicles on the line. Ooh, actually, let's manage that line again. So here, you can do either one or two, right? That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I think that's actually pretty good. So that's good. And at New Haven, it's doing whatever it needs to do. Now, in terms of the vehicles, right? So let's manage the vehicle quickly. It's pretty much as long as we can get it to be, right? We can't get it to go any shorter, but what we can do is probably drop off one of these. So there's only, no, hang on. What? There's only one? Okay. Well, let's quickly do a replacement for it. Replace this selected vehicle. We would like to, shall we do something that's a little, there's not much in it, is it? This one seems to be enormous with regards to that tractive effort. So we're just going to go ahead and replace that one yet again. We're going to run it something like this. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to go with cargo, right? At the moment, we're doing 6 stake cars, which I think is probably about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of them. That's okay. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3 tank cars, and we'll do a box car. Or let's drop one of those off, and we'll do 2 box cars. Probably one more of those. So let's do something like that. And I think and what we'll do is we'll double up. We'll do 2 of them basically. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace it. And at the same time, we'll go and get an extra one. And now what we also need to do is have a quick look at this line. The Fort Worth Planks line. Let's manage that line. We no longer need to run all the way to Fort Worth. So we'll reduce the emissions through here, but so Upper Fort Worth is no longer a necessary part of that line. So all you need to do is run that way. Excellent. There we go. I think that's going to be the thing. So now these things are going to start loading up over here. And we should see some goods being dropped off from that side. Some goods should make its way over here too. And then what we can do is we can kind of extend that train and take it to the other side also. Wow, there's lots of trains running out of here, isn't there? Okay, we're almost done. Are we seeing some passengers making their way over here? Not really. Okay, wouldn't mind seeing what this guy loads when it gets here. Okay, it's dropping off 90 of those. Then it's loading up on fuel and not much else, actually. We're not in a good spot just yet with this line, and I believe what we'll need to do is we'll need to extend it out further afield also. Okay. Ooh. That's quite interesting. Yeah, okay, but we won't continue to have that, so that's just kind of loading it at the moment. I think we'll start to see some goods over here. Oh, what's that? Oh, no. That's still all just planks, right? Gonna shoot straight through there. That's excellent. Where does this guy? This guy should be able to stop. I see. Really, manage the line. You should be able, at Fort Worth, you should be able to stop at 2 or 4, I think, would be appropriate. Nice, you're running straight through. Oh, interesting. Oh, yes, because, yeah, that's fine. Okay, as we take that stuff away, that should be all good. Is this guy expanding its operation at all? These guys are running empty. We probably don't need as many trucks as we're using just at the moment. Are we moving? We're moving everything over there. This guy is getting absolutely everything it can get. And the question is, are we going to move enough of it? And do we have something to move over here as well? Oh, well, there's a fair bit of people actually hanging on over here. And a fair bit on this one as well. Okay, that's good then. That is really good. Guys, I think this is going to be the end of the episode. We've got our first airport and we're seeing some passengers, which I'm happy about. Well, these trains need to be replaced. I mean, look at how they look. Ooh, look at that. Quite busy. Yeah, some of these trains need a good old replacement. Plane has just landed. How many? Oh, 5 passengers on there. How many waiting over here? 5 waiting over here. So hopefully that is going to start seeing a little bit of money. How much money is going to pop in when this guy arrives? That's 1.2 million. So hopefully this line is going to be... Oh, yeah, it's already seemingly good. Seemingly quite good. There's a lot of passengers in this area. Kind of working their way through here, I think. Yeah, they are. They are. Can we... Question is quickly, before we end this episode, can we do something funky over here? Tie something in... something like this, maybe. Ooh. There we go. So hopefully that provides us some accessibility there to the platform that allows a little bit of a quicker walk from this side to that side. Anyway, lots of stuff hanging out. Did we pick up any goods? Yes. So some goods is now moving to Fort Worth, which is good. I don't mind that. Honestly, I don't mind that. And we can start moving some other stuff around. These 2 trains, they are, different lines. So that's good in terms of their sizes. There we go. Lots of people. Excellent. Guys, things are doing pretty well. We're going for that billion mark. We're at company score 24. And I do wonder when this thing actually at some point starts to upgrade a little bit. But we'll keep on going and see how that goes. But for now, we are slowly expanding our lines. Hopefully expanding our profitability. Let's have a quick look over here at our charts. Our bank balance got a bit of a drop. I'm assuming we bought some trains. Finances, we bought some trains over there. We had a couple of times, but anyway, our value is really growing. Our trucks is going up and our towns are doing better. So yes, definitely fairly well. We can look at it line by line in the future, not quite yet at the moment. So anyway, I will, what we could do is we could move some of this over here and get another tool shop to start producing. Yes, actually, that's a good idea for the next one. We'll run some more tools into Vancouver directly from over here, and then we can get more tools on the line. Excellent. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.